America, the cultural melting pot of discrimination and lack of diversity. The term melting pot was derived from the United States. It was birthed when the United States was now known for its extreme cultural diversity. This so-called melting pot has, unfortunately, never actually existed in the American society. There has been an ongoing problem with the acceptance of diversity in America since the colonial times. Christopher Columbus and other Europeans apparently thought that imperialism meant invading native land and committing genocide. Still, to this day, lack of diversity and overpowering amount of discrimination still rings throughout the society of America. Picture this scene. Say someone is with their friends and their friends have to complete a job for them. They all put in the same amount of work and effort. This someone pays their friends in candy. Each person gets an equal amount of candy because of the equal amount of effort and work put in. So one friend's income is 100% of another friend's income. Picture another scene. Someone is with their friends and their friends have to complete a job for them. They put in the same amount of work and effort. This someone pays their friends in candy. Their friends got a large amount of candy, but some other friends only get 81% of the other friend's candy. This, of course, is deemed unfair. But if this is unfair to the average member of society, then how is it any different than women receiving wages that are only 81% of men's wages? According to Today's Workplace, a workplace fairness blog, the average amount of a woman's wage is 81% of a man's. The wage gap between women and men is incredibly uncivil and discriminatory, and is, in all honesty, completely idiotic. Not only is society highly discriminate, it is also lowly diverse. It's a 2-for-1 deal, 2 peas in a pod. In recent studies, the amount of minorities in the science field is dangerously low. The National Girls Collaborative Project has statistics that read 3.1% of bachelor degrees in engineering, 6.5% of bachelor's degrees in physical science, 5.4% of bachelor's degrees in mathematics and statistics, 9.7% of bachelor degrees in biology sciences, and 14.2% of bachelor's degrees in social sciences were awarded to minority women. The statistics of these minorities in the science field is sickening, unsurprising, and nightmare-making. Another study done by the U.S. Census Bureau states that Latinos account for just 6.5% of the STEM workforce, even though they make up 17% of the population. This idea of successful minorities does not sit well with American society. These issues need to change. Minorities should be highly encouraged, but instead are told that they are not assimilated or equal. Whether or not someone is discriminated because of gender or race, the idea of discrimination should be eliminated. Since the beginning of this country's time, there has been no room for acceptance and assimilation, and it has been eating away civility for ages. The idea of no diversity creates an overwhelming pull of present discrimination everywhere in this country. The United States is supposed to be united, not separated. Doesn't the Pledge of Allegiance say one nation under God, not a separated nation under God? As far as anyone is concerned, the Declaration of Independence says that all men are created equal, not all men are created unequal. In order to succeed as a society together, discrimination and lack of diversity must not be present. Its presence is hurting the way humanity works. Humans are humans, nothing more, nothing less, just equal.